currently making some chicken. It's gonna be ready super soon, but yeah, I need to take the Brussels sprouts out in like maybe a few minutes, and then I need to check the chicken. I'm gonna use a thermometer. I really do enjoy cooking, but with chicken I like can't mess around. Like, I didn't use this for so long. I would just like take the chicken out, kind of like I use tongs to flip it when I take it out of the oven, so I kind of like, you know, squeeze the meat, see if it like feels like it's the right consistency, and then I would cut it to just like double check, because I'm not risking it with chicken. But then I got a thermometer off Amazon, and honestly it's great because now I don't have to cut the chicken open, because when you cut the chicken open all the juices come out and then it's just gonna be dry later, right? So I'm like, at least if I do the thermometer, then I can, you know, check the chicken without cutting it open, and then it'll be so much better in the long run. But I am gonna check the Brussels sprouts. And then, oh my god, I gotta tell you what happened today, because do I have a story for you. These look pretty good. They're sizzling. Oh, some of them are pretty burnt. Like the small ones are definitely done, but the big ones, I don't know. I take a fork and I poke them. And as long as they're not like crazy hard, sometimes I'll end it now, because I have the small ones are definitely done. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's done, except for this huge one, but I don't mind if it's like a little bit hard, because like 90% of them are done. So I'm gonna say that's done. Oh, okay, I need a plate. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, I'm gonna tell you about what happened today. So, as y'all probably know by now, I am in nursing school, and part of nursing school is that you go to clinicals at the hospital. You do it for almost every class, I'm pretty sure. So my classes, LSU, started out, we did health assessment. We didn't have clinicals, but like our first nursing courses, aside from like anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, that kind of stuff. Our first year we had health assessment. Then we had foundations. I think that's where most people start, is foundations, which like I agree could have been done, because health assessment wasn't really a thing. Didn't really do anything for me personally. Health assessment, and then we did a mental health rotation at a facility. Then we did the adult rotation, which I did med surg, so now I've done med surg twice, which is honestly a really great experience. So I'm happy to have done med surg, especially as a student, when I like to have the energy for it, you know, and I'm just still trying to figure out what nursing is all about. I honestly think doing med surg is pretty nice for a student. I definitely don't want to stay in med surg if I were just to like start there, but I don't really know what I want to do yet as far as nursing stuff goes. But anyway, so then we did adult, and then now we're doing labor and delivery / women's. So I've been like on the L&D part. I've been to the OR, like watched a C-section, which was awesome. I loved that. What else? Yeah, I've been on Mother Baby a lot. Today I was on Mother Baby, and it was actually a pretty good day. Normally I don't really like babies all that much, but today actually might have changed my mind just like a little bit. So I guess moving in a positive direction. It was honestly very chill. So I don't know. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a Mother Baby nurse, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, which is hard for me to admit, because I really thought I was gonna not like it. I need to check the chicken real quick, and then I'm gonna finish telling you what happened, because it was crazy. Hi, chicken. On. Oh shit, I can't do Celsius. Fahrenheit. Oh yeah, not done. This one could be done. Could let it go longer. This one definitely done. Yeah, this small baby is done. Big boy is not done. I need to go at like an angle so it actually gets the chicken and not just like, this guy could be done, but I'll leave this one in a little bit longer and take this one off. Boop. Back in you go. A little bit longer for the big guy especially. And that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. But yeah, anyway, the point of me telling you about my nursing clinical rotation is that I got home from clinicals around 3 p.m., like right before 3 p.m. No, right before 4 p.m. And then I had like maybe been home for 10-15 minutes, and then I hear a really loud noise, but it was like behind my house. So the front road is that way, and this is the back of the house, and there's like another, you know, you can like hear everything pretty well here. But anyway, I heard a loud noise coming from over there, and then I walked towards the front and like peek up, you know, push open the blinds, and I see these two dudes like recording something. And I'm looking at them like, what are they possibly recording? And I look at the sky, because there were the blue angels flying around today, and I was like, maybe it's that, I don't know. But I see where they're recording, and they walk to the corner, like the corner no, it was a square, directly in front of me, across the street. And there was a fuse box that had lit, and it was like the line, you know, it was like dynamite, where the light spazzes and goes down the line until it eventually gets to the dynamite stick. It was like that. So I watched the fuse box wire, I don't know how electric cables and shit work, but like I watched the fuse go, and it went, and then another line fell, like a much bigger line fell, and then the fuse kept going, and eventually it hit the ground, and then the grass caught on fire, and I was like, oh shit. And I'm standing there looking at the window, and I'm like, shit, like what do I do? Okay, I'm pausing to get the chicken because I can't do multiple things at once. But yeah, so the fire had started, and I was like, shit, I need to call the cops. So I call the cops, I get them on the phone, and I tell them like the cross street of where I am, and I'm like, you need to get a fire truck over here immediately. Like, there's a fire. And she's like, how big is the fire? And I'm like, I don't know, like medium? Like, it was, if I have to stop and think about it now, it's like kind of the size. It was like if you cut a Mini in half, like a Mini Cooper, you know, maybe the size of a motorcycle if you were like laying it down. This big boy needs longer, but this middle guy is done now. Off you go. I think I'm still gonna eat the small guy tonight because I'm not super hungry. Because I had an apple around 5:30 when I was trying to calm down from the shock of the fire today. But anywho, so yeah, the fire started, and the cop was like, how big is it? And I was like, I don't know, like medium size, I really don't know, but it's in the grass, so it's gonna like get a lot bigger really quickly. I emphasized that. I was like, it is spreading very quickly. And she just like kept asking me questions, and I'm like, lady, like please go call the fire department. I didn't say that to her, but I was like, I kept trying to be like, please call them, please send them. And then I also realized that my car was right in front of where the fire was headed, because she asked me what direction the fire was going towards, and it was blowing, the wind was blowing it towards the direction of my car, like down the street. And I literally said to the cop, I was like, I'm gonna hang up now because I'm gonna go move my car because the fire is headed towards my car. And she was like, okay, but like before you do, listen to my instructions. And then she was like, do not try to put out the fire, do not go near the fire. She was just like, stay away. And then right as she said that, actually a dude came running out of nowhere from one of the houses nearby, I assume, and had this like really small fire extinguisher, and he starts like trying to put out the fire. Honestly, was succeeding last I looked at it, because this boy, like teenager maybe, he started running around knocking on everybody's door, being like, yo, like look outside, this is happening, just so you know, probably. But I was like in my sweatshirt with no bra on and like sweatpants and my like full ass slippers like these, and he's like knocking on my door, and I open it, and he's like, is that your car? And I'm like, uh-huh. He's like, you gotta go move it, like go move it. And I was like, you're right, I'm gonna go do that. So I locked my door real quick. I like grabbed my phone, grabbed my keys in my slippers, and I go to my car, and I get in the car, and smoke is blowing in my face, and I'm like, fuck this shit. So yeah, I get in my car and I start driving away, and as I'm driving away, I'm like hyperventilating, and I'm like, holy shit, like there's a fire, like, and I don't know when it's gonna be put out, and like I really fucking hope that it doesn't go to my house, like, you know what I mean? I'm just like thinking the worst in my head, because I always assume the worst, right? And I was just like, I just kept saying holy shit in my mind over and over again. And then I was like, where do I go? Because obviously I can't go home. So I called my friend Quinn because she lives near me. So I called her and she didn't answer. So I called her again. I was just driving around aimlessly, mindlessly, honestly. It's not good, but that's what was happening. I was driving around trying to call my friend and she didn't answer. So then I called my other friend and she didn't answer. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go to Quinn's house anyway because Quinn lives the closest to me. So if there was an emergency in that situation, like, she's the person I should go to. So yeah, I went to her house and I was like, I don't care if she's not home, like, I'll get in, because she gave me a key. I think I have a key. Whatever. I was like, I'll get in. Yeah, so I got to her house and thankfully her car was there. So I was like, thank God she's home, because I know that she didn't have clinicals today because she has clinicals on the weekend. So I'm like, she's gotta be at home, because she also got a new kitten and he's so cute. But anyway, yeah, it needs like the teeniest bit longer. It's almost there. Maybe like 3 more minutes. The sauce is like burning. I'm gonna turn the fan on when I'm done telling you all this story. I'm sorry it's taking me forever. But yeah, I get to her house and I get up there, I like knock on the door and she's there and I'm like, thank God. I walk inside and I just start crying a little bit because I was just like, it was scary. I wasn't in any immediate danger, but I think my, like, you know, adrenaline and everything moving around just like put me in a state of shock, and then coming down from it, I guess I'm like emotional, so whatever. I reacted how I reacted. I started crying and then she just gave me a really big hug and we played with her cats. And I calmed down really quickly because I was trying to like tell her what happened. But yeah, she like hugged me and we played with her kitty, played with her other cat who I also love, and yeah, I think I was there for about half an hour and then I was like, will you come with me to check to make sure the fire's out, because I didn't want to go back alone. I was like, I will drive you back home, I promise, but like just come with me. So she got in my car with me and we drove down to my house. She lives literally 3 minutes like driving from me, like super close. Yeah, we drove to my house, the fire was gone, so I parked and I'm like, let me just go change out of my fucking slippers and like put a t-shirt on because I was really hot because it's like 1,000,000 degrees outside and I was in a full ass sweatshirt. So I just really quickly put a shirt on, put real shoes on, and then I got back and then my neighbor was outside and I was like, oh my God, like, hi, isn't this shit crazy? And then she was like, yeah, and then she told me that she was here watching what all went down. So I was like, we're gonna have to talk because I need you to tell me what happened. So I got her phone number and she seems really nice. I'm happy I got to meet her. Sorry it was like through this circumstance, you know, but is what it is, right? And then yeah, I dropped my friend off back home. I came back to my house and then I had power for maybe like 10 minutes and it went out. And I was like, oh, it made sense it was gonna be out, but then it was on earlier, so I'm like, why would it be out, right? So it went off for like 20 minutes and then I was texting my friends being like, in case I have to come over, can I? And of course they were all like, yeah, of course, do what you need to do. But clearly the power has come back on and it's been on for a few hours. So my house is fine, all the food in my fridge is fine. Thankfully I'm making it right now. But yeah, moral of the story is buy renter's insurance, which I'm gonna do today because I have not done that. And the funny thing is, yesterday I was like literally thinking like I should probably have renter's insurance because of where I live. Natural accidents happen all the time, or like unnatural accidents like that. I don't even know how that happened, but got me thinking that I really need renter's insurance, so I will be purchasing that today. And then I'm gonna go study for my test because I have a test on Friday and I have to go to clinicals tomorrow, which is Thursday. I've had clinicals Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday all day, so I have not really had that much time to study. And I'm kind of jealous of the weekend clinical people because they have all these 3 days, like the whole day to study, and I get like a few hours. I feel robbed. If the test was on Monday, like sure, but the fact that it's Friday and I don't have time in the week to study, not great. I think this chicken is probably done now. She's good. She's done. Yeah. Okay. Be good. Don't be a fire hazard and turn off your ovens always. Oh. I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's go. We're good. It's off. Don't tell my landlord. Well, thanks for listening to my story time. Hope it was entertaining. If Here she is in all her glory. I marinated the chicken for a day in the Trader Joe's soyaki marinade. And then for the Brussels sprouts, I do like mine a little bit more like toasty like that. But I'm just do olive oil and then garlic salt, and that's literally it in there. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat this.